The Calgary Police Service has charged a woman in relation to fraudulent claims she made about medical conditions for which she obtained donations from Calgarians. Between December of 2012 and June of 2013, a woman made multiple claims to her employer and people she worked with that she had a fatal heart condition and stage 4 breast cancer. The woman even went so far as to provide a fraudulent doctor's note to her employer. Her co-workers and employers held fundraisers for her, attended by numerous people. Investigators believe that the woman obtained approximately $20,000 through donations. On Monday, July 8th, 2013, a member of public contacted police with concerns regarding the allegations made by this woman. Following a lengthy investigation by District 8, Lana Rovang, 32, of Calgary, has been charged with 2 counts of fraud over $5,000, 1 count of fraud under $5,000, and uttering a forged document. Investigators have identified 2 victims to date. We are encouraging anyone who is a victim of fraud to contact police. Anyone who may have information about this incident is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers.
Questions? The person who called and made the complaint, what was their initial complaint?
The initial complaint was that a member of the public believed that this individual was possibly faking cancer.
Is there any past history with this the person charged?
I can only speak to this specific investigation.
Okay. I was told by one of the parents she was picked up in Vancouver, and while she was there, she was telling people she was a victim of the Calgary flooding and was raising money in Vancouver. Any knowledge of that from the police services?
The investigation is ongoing. Like I mentioned, we are asking any members of the public who believe a fraudulent claim has been made to come forward. As mentioned, the 4 charges that stand are 2 counts of fraud over, 1 count of fraud under, and uttering a forged document.
Can you say where she was arrested?
She was arrested by RCMP in Kelowna, BC.
Do you know if anyone may have complained or reported this earlier? We've been told someone actually complained in February.
This investigation is going on the complaint based in July of 2013.
And what about the 2 counts of fraud? What did they relate to? How do you get 2 counts?
There were multiple fundraisers held in honor of this woman. In relation to the 1 count of fraud over $5,000, we have been able to narrow down 2 specific victims, like you mentioned, in relation to specific checks that can be traced back. The 2nd count of fraud over $5,000, there were many people who donated things, for an example, gift cards or spa certificates, things of those nature, which are much harder to track down and narrow down to a specific person.
Is any of it recoverable? Money?
At this point, Calgary Police is specifically focusing on the criminal part of it. The financial part of it is not something that we can say yes or no. People will be getting their money back. Calgary Police is focusing on the criminal part.
Can you confirm she is a single mother of 2?
Yes, she is a single mother of 2 children.
Do you know where the kids are right now? Because she was in custody at one point.
I can't comment on that.
Is any suggestions for people out of this as far as if they are going to be related to somebody that they should they, is it like to write a check in cash, those kinds of things? Is that any recommendations on those kinds of things?
The recommendations that can be made would be know who you're donating to. If and when you do choose to attend a fundraiser, make sure that you know it's being held by a reputable agency, an agency that is well established, and that you know where your money's going. Obviously, a lot of personal fundraisers are held for things like this. Again, the advice that we can give is use your judgment, know who you're donating to, know what the cause is. It's best to know that it's being supported by a reputable agency.
When you have a case like this, what are the concerns for people, with legitimate fundraising concerns that people won't donate because they hear these stories. What kind of concerns do you have on that?
That's obviously a huge concern with many members of the public. Something like this does resonate very personally with a lot of people. I don't believe that people are going to stop holding fundraisers. It is a genuine concern. Again, like I mentioned, if and when you do choose to hold a fundraiser or attend a fundraiser, know who you're donating to and know who's associated and what agencies might be supporting that.
What types of fundraisers did she have?
Most of the fundraisers were put on privately. I know that one of the fundraisers was held by the daycare. Most of them, I believe all of the fundraisers were private.
She must have been very crafty.
She was very committed to convincing people that she had these conditions.
Disabled.
I can't comment on her mental state. The investigation is before the courts, and that's going to be something for the courts to decide. Like I said, she was very committed to her cause.
Sorry, when was she arrested?
She was arrested a couple of weeks ago.
On the release, when you mentioned from December of 2012 to June of 2013, and then she was arrested in Kelowna, do you think that she left Calgary after June, or are you aware of where she was in that period between when she was doing the fundraising and when she was arrested in Kelowna?
I'm not sure when she left the jurisdiction of Calgary, but she was arrested in Kelowna.